Hi guys, so today we're going to be talking about the Boker sub-automatic Kalishnikov. This is just a fun little California legal auto. It's nice and small as well. So going over some of the specifications here, the blade length on this guy is 1.95 inches. So short little blade. Like I said, this is a California legal knife. The overall length from tip of the blade to the back of the handle is 4.875 inches, so just under 5 inches. The blade material on this is normally AUS 8 stainless steel. I'll get into why this one specifically isn't AUS 8 in just a couple minutes here. The blades finish on this one is a bead blast, but it also does come in a black DLC coating or similar to DLC coating. The handle length is 2.925 inches, so just under 3 inches for the handle, which would be the close length. The handle material is aluminum. It kind of looks like plastic or G10 because of the texturing they did on here, but it is aluminum, so it does have a little bit of heft to it. The full weight of this knife is 2.4 ounces, which is a pretty light knife for being just under 2 inches. It is a little heavy just because of the aluminum, but again, we'll get into all that stuff a little bit later. Now, one of the big things with this knife is the blade steel. I don't really like AUS 8. They do make this in a couple of configurations. You'll see here, this is the D2 tool steel version. Like I said, they have the AUS 8, which is the main steel that they use, and they also have an S30V version. This is all through Blade Ops. This knife itself is actually a Blade Ops exclusive, so you won't find this on like Blade HQ or in like Cabela's or anything like that. Like I said, this is a California legal as well, which is really nice. I live in Pennsylvania, so I can't really carry this. Kind of pointless to buy, but I've always wanted a little automatic. It's just fun to mess around with, play around with. It is a very snappy action as well. It's very, very quick to open. If you haven't had an automatic or fiddled with one, it's a lot of fun. Now, along with the steel, they do also have a couple of different color options for the handle. I'm looking on their website now off to the side. They have, of course, this black on Bead Blast version. They have a gray on Bead Blast. They have a red on Bead Blast and a blue on Bead Blast. Now, the only way you can get the D2 or the S30V is through the black on Bead Blast version or a gray on Bead Blast. The store I was in didn't have the gray, unfortunately. I would have gone for that. It doesn't come with the lanyard or the bead. I'll talk about that a little bit more in this video and in a future video as well. Let's do some size comparisons here. I have probably the most comparable knife I own, which is the Spyderco Little Native. So you can see they're actually pretty close in size. The handle length is a little bit longer on the Little Native. This is also a really fun little knife. You'll be seeing a video on this pretty soon as well. Of course, the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This one's a little bit more custom. I did some work on it. I have a video up showing exactly how to do that. If you want to look at that, I'll tag that in this video. It'll be somewhere down here. Now, this is just an obvious size comparison. Everybody pretty much knows what a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 feels like or is lengthwise, but you'll see blade length is significantly different, but thickness is pretty comparable. The Boker is a little bit thicker, but that's because this has the automatic mechanism and all that stuff. So putting that off to the side. Another knife I have for you here. I got to clean this one. This one will be in another future video. I just brought this one through Utah, so it went through some craziness. This is just a Spyderco Tenacious. So again, very similar to the Paramilitary 2. You'll see the size difference is pretty crazy. This is a pretty small knife, but that's what you get if you want to get a California legal knife. So let's move this off to the side. Going into the ergonomics of this knife, it is pretty comfortable. I have pretty large hands, and you can see here I can get about 2.5 fingers on there. I added this lanyard on here just to kind of give my pinky something to grab. It is, like I said, a very, very small handle, but it's got enough thickness that you can get a pretty good grip on it. When you do fire it, It does have a lot of recoil to it. It is a very snappy spring. They do make 3 other sizes of this knife, so I think they use the same spring in the larger version. So this being such a small blade is making it kind of snappy, a little bit heavy, and a little bit of a heavy action. So put that down again. And yeah, so some of the things that I do like about this knife so far, I haven't been able to use it too much because like I said, I can't really carry it outside of my house or outside of the property. But some of the things I like about it so far, the really, really deep carry pocket clip, you can see it goes right up to the edge there. It's kind of hard to see there. But you can get your whole pocket around there, and the clip kind of looks like a pen clip. I mean, some people might not see it as a knife, but I'm not going to risk carrying it out and getting caught with it, so. And another thing I really like about it is it does have a little bit of heft to it. And like I said, if you haven't owned an automatic before, it is really nice to be able to just depress the button and have your blade. I do also really like this button lock mechanism. It keeps your hand out of the way when you want to close the knife. So you can see here, you can just press the button and go ahead and close the knife. Ignore this cut, that's not from this. That's from a weed whacker incident. It's a really good mechanism. You can see here, there's a little, let's see if I can show that. There's a little collet in there that pinches the blade and fits in that little groove right there. You can see it. And just snaps it open. It is under tension the entire time. So yeah. The price on this guy is coming in at $33.95 on Blade Op's website. It says it starts at $67.99. I wouldn't buy it if it was $67, but it was only $33. Definitely think it's worth the money. If you haven't owned an auto before, this is actually a really decent one for the money. You won't really see many autos in this price range anyway. Most of what you're going to see is going to be an assisted opening knife. So this is just kind of a cool get started in this kind of knife area or knife territory kind of area. But the D2 version comes in at $37. Definitely upgrade. It's only $5 difference. And the S30V, I think it was $50 or somewhere around there, plus tax. So it's definitely worth the money. If you want to upgrade to the S30V, then you should. But like I said, I can't really carry this. I was willing to spend the $5 to get the D2 because it is such a better steel than 8CR or AUS 8 or whatever it was. I think it was the AUS 8 blade. So like I said, I can't really carry it, so it's not exactly worth it in that case. But yeah. Like I said, I did add this lanyard and bead. I have a video up, again, just showing you exactly how to do that kind of thing on your knife. I did a custom anodization on this bead, so you see it kind of has like a blue, bronze, and purple kind of color to it. I kind of tried to do the flame anodization. It was the first attempt, but I think it looks kind of cool. I have the other one that I did right here, and this one's pretty much all blue. They started out silver. That's just to get a little bit more grip on there and pull it out of your pocket a little bit quicker. I do also really like that when this blade is closed, you can't open it. It kind of acts as its own safety mechanism. It's locked by the button, so you can't open it when it's closed without pressing the button, and you can't close it without pressing the button. It does lock open. Some of the things so far that I don't really like about this knife is the coloring. I don't really like I said, the black. I don't really know why, it just doesn't really fit this knife for me. I know it's supposed to be like tactical low or high-speed low drag, but it doesn't really do it for me. I would have rather seen this steel with the red, or just not seen the AUS 8 at all. I think it would have been better if they just went with D2 or like S30V, or even like VG10. Something that's not going to rust would be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys in another one. So we're a new channel. If anybody wants to see any more of stuff like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll get you some new videos, some new content. It's completely free to subscribe, and of course you can change your mind at any time if you decide you hate us for whatever reason. But I don't think that's going to happen. So we have some cool stuff coming up. We got some cool pens. We've got plenty of knives for you to look at. Some knife candy, if you will. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.